It's sped up 4 times speed. But let me know what you think about this one. The car in front. Is this an actual genuine mistake? Or are they just queue jumping, trying to avoid the queue in the left-hand lane? Let me know what you think.
Last minute dive. Jesus. Who the fuck beat? Why force your way into that gap when there's a nice gap behind that car?
Bit of a long build up to this clip, but we're watching this black car on the right just overtaking. Now this is the A12 coming up to the M25 junction, coming, I guess it's kind of south, going towards London. And you can see they're in the right hand lane. At the moment it's fine, but then they choose to move over to the left, which is sensible, seeing as there's probably about, I don't know, a mile and a half or so, whatever this sign says, to the M25 junction. A mile even. That's all we've got. So it's quite sensible to get into lane 1 now. But you see there's a little bit of a queue. The queue's still moving quite well, but it's not enough, you know. They have to jump the queue. And you see, we also get another queue jumper here with this silver car, who decides again, I think that's silver anyway, kind of silvery white. It decides again, the queue that there is, you know, maybe 4 or 5 cars in front of them, going at about 55, 60. It's not quick enough. So what they have to do is overtake and pull in.
Why must you do that?
In 2.7 miles.
Why?
At the roundabout,
Just
take the
endangering
second
everyone
exit
else who is
onto
taking it properly.
A11A
That's all.
Main Road.
So we're looking at the car in front of us in lane 1 here, and the nice big gap that they have behind the kind of whitey silvery car again, and the bronze car, which is, you know, getting smaller, but to leave it this late is ridiculous.
Had all that time!
I bet some people do.
Oh, and then you slam on your brakes. Ugh. How many fucking shit drivers are there today? Normally it's the Sunday drivers who just haven't got a fucking clue and are dawdling along, just causing problems. But no, these are fucking idiots. Like, they had so much time to bring out behind the lorry. Why did they do it that close to another car? Why?
So we're watching the car in front of us, not the one which is just changing lanes, but the one which is in front of us before. They have no forward planning because there's a nice gap on the left of them now. They want to take the exit just before the M25 junction of the A127 here, which is coming up in probably about a mile. Normally, most people would get into lane 1 now, but you see they don't. They want to continue on going because they don't want to sit behind people which are going 60, maybe 55, 60 miles an hour. So they ignore some nice big gaps to move over. They now start to realize that there's no real space for people to go over. So they step on the gas to try and find another space. And as you can see, there isn't really many. Do they find a space? They pull alongside the van, brake, and then cut across to take the exit, which is literally there. Wonderful forward planning that is. It's funny how double yellow lines mean nothing to some people. These two here parked up on the left, just making it so much more difficult to negotiate this junction here, which is difficult at the best of times. Now, what's going through my mind here? This car on the right. There's no left indicator. I can't see the right hand side, so they're going right. I'll hold back and let them go. Nope.
Useless.
Another case of really poor forward planning. This time almost actually leads to a crash. The car's up ahead you want to keep an eye on. They all want to take the M25 junction. So I don't understand why there's a car in the second lane at this point.
My God.
Let's just say there's a lot of expletives going on right now, aimed at the really bad driver. Yeah.
I could see that coming, and even then I still couldn't fucking slow down enough for it. Bloody hell. Almost come to a bloody stop. And then he looks at me like I'm the idiot.
Unfortunately, the rear cam doesn't pick up the looks I was getting. Here we're watching a white van behind. Note they're in the correct lane now to turn left later on. Not anymore. They must get in front. So they get in front of me and they want to get in front of the car ahead. I'm just going around the obstacle in the road, so don't worry about that. And we are getting up to the lights, and after the lights it is 3 lanes. Lanes 1 and 2 go left, lane 3 doesn't. So why is the white van positioned in lane 2 here? Because they must get in front. In the end, they don't get in front of the black car, so they cut across behind.
What is the point? Why are you in that third lane?
Now, firstly, we're watching the bike and the grey car ahead. They do it correctly here. So although it's a little bit later than I would like, but they see a big gap. They move into lane 1 because they want the M25 exit. So you see there's a decent sized gap. They go over. The blue car had the same gap. Didn't take it. Watch what they do later on.
Why wait until the last moment? I don't know.
Let's go back to our England reporter, Courtney Stringham. Courtney, England just about still in the fight.
Yeah.
Seems to be a theme recently about forward planning. So you can see there's a decent gap. They can move over now. I can't at the moment because I've got a car in my blind spot, kind of going at a similar sort of speed. So I slow down and let them go. And so they missed a chance that they could have gone into lane 2. We're talking about the blue car in front of us. I go into lane 2 now, whenever my first opportunity, and I grow the gap because I have a feeling this blue car wants to move over. So it's just a niggling feeling. So I leave a decent gap for them to have a chance to move over if they need to. You can see the gap's growing. There's enough space for them to move over now without hindering my braking. They don't take it. They are now slowing down, still in that lane. The gap is now, reduced because they've slowed down. And then they decide to just slam on the indicator.
And all that time!
Didn't, like,
All
started
that
moving,
time.
then indicated as well.
They had all that time where there was plenty of space for them to move over.
Take the second exit onto A1114 towards
To
Chelmsford.
move over and then jam on a brake as well.
Yeah.
Looking at the same car, they are impatient to overtake a car which is exiting. So they move to overtake for no reason when they just had to just lift off a little bit. Just lift off a bit.
This person doesn't plan ahead whatsoever.